Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Indie Dev Day. Today we shall be continuing our playthrough of Unpacking. Let me tell you, I love this game more than anything, and now that I've slowly but surely unpacked my apartment, it's only been literally 2 months, but I've been enjoying the process of trying to get things together. I put my bed together with my dad's help. I've gotten my closet organized. I've gotten my office somewhat organized. But everything is finally coming together, and I'm very happy. And so I thought we'd continue our playthrough of Unpacking before the end of the year of 2025, because honestly, I would like to move on to another game. So if you haven't seen the last episode of Unpacking, I will link that down below in the description. But essentially what we did last time, we went through our very first apartment with our boyfriend who we literally hated, and I am so glad we broke up with, that we moved out and then we moved back into our parents' house in our newfound childhood bedroom. But this time we're actually going through our very first house that we ever purchased together, like just by ourselves as a full-fledged adult in 2013, because last year was 2012 and now it feels like we're going through some trials and tribulations, but it's going to be a good thing because we're kind of now more independent, which is good. So we have a lot we have to do. We have 5 rooms that we have to unpack today: kitchen, office, which we now finally have our own office, which is so great. If you've ever lived by yourself, or if you've ever lived with somebody and then broke up and then moved out on your own, and or you moved out of your parents' house and you have your own apartment with your own office, it's like you're finally growing up, or it feels like you're truly independent, if that makes any sense. But we have 5 rooms: living room, bathroom, bedroom, office, and kitchen. And we're just gonna just unbox everything as we go. I've learned throughout my years that I may or may not have accumulated a lot more things than I anticipated, especially like books and video games and like random knickknacks I've collected over the years, things I've gotten in the mail from you all, different brands, things I found on the streets. It's just a never-ending cycle of clutter, but good clutter. I think when you're going through your boxes for the very first time or the 100th time, you kind of remember all the things that you either made or bought or collected or was given as a gift on the holidays or your birthday or whatever day it was. And it's reminding you of all the good things and sometimes the bad things. Certain objects, certain like books, letters, posters, little photographs, whatever it might be, can you remind you of like your childhood or your first time adulting, or being like actually independent in your first apartment, moving into your very first ever like house, or getting married or having a child or whatever it might be. There's so many memories to be told through somebody's boxes, and all of these things, my gosh, we have so much stuff in this house. I'm like, where did all the stuff come from? I'm thinking that most of this stuff came from storage. This character has gone through a lot of trauma. I'm going to say it's trauma. Mainly the only traumatic thing was living with their boyfriend or whoever it was for the very first time. And I think what I remember is like I would say that we had a relationship while we were living with somebody else in that little 3-bedroom townhouse apartment thing in the very beginning. And as we were going through art school, we were like kind of getting into relationship. We were understanding who we were as a person, as an artist, and really understanding how to live our lives the best way we know how. And I think once we kind of really got really independent and graduated from university, we decided to move in with our boyfriend. And so things were like, okay, things are hunky-dory good. We probably lived there for maybe about a year or so. We've been dating for a while now. And thinking about it, all of these things kind of came to the point where we didn't really feel appreciated we didn't feel appreciated at all from, organizing our plates, organizing our pots and pans, whatever it might be. But the last straw that really did it was the fact that we had to put our hard work, our diploma that we either paid for, or we got a loan, or we got a scholarship, or whatever it might have been, whatever it was, we had to put our hard work, our degree, like under the bed. There was no room. We never felt really valued or appreciated whatsoever in that space. And it really showed, because how we were placing our collectibles, we didn't really have any of our stuffed animals. All of our chickens weren't really even with us, which felt very sad. And I was like, wow, we don't feel appreciated in this space. I don't feel valued in this relationship. I don't feel valued in life when I'm living here. Everything reminds me of pain. And I can kind of see that just like kind of through this character's boxes, and understanding that sometimes you got to go through the hard stuff to get to the good stuff. And I think moving back to our parents' house made us realize that we need to start doing things for ourselves and do things that make us happy at the end of the day, rather than trying to please other people or trying to change ourselves to please other people. People pleasing is one of the most hardest and most dumbest and chaotic things I've ever experienced in my life, and I'll never do that ever again. And I think personally, this character, I don't think they ever really actually had a name. If they did, I don't remember. But to my thinking, we just really got more sure of ourselves. At least I think we have. And it's just nice. Also, I'm really happy to know, like, we are officially bringing back our lovely Piggly Wiggly. Like, look at that. Our little pig guy. And the little piggies. Oh, and we got a new character. We are really, truly an artist. I think this is also at the point in the game where I think we're really tapping into our artist side and getting through something, like we're winning awards and we're making a name for ourselves through our art. Art is like exciting. Oh my gosh, we got a printer? No way, we fancy. 2013. Let me know in the comments below, where were you in 2013? Because you know where I was still in high school. I think, if I remember correctly, I don't really remember January 2013. So, oh, I was still a junior. That's right. I was still a junior in high school. This was second semester of junior year. And I just remember I was getting some senioritis like towards the end of my junior year. I'm like, get me out of this place. I want to leave. I hate it here. I no longer want to learn. And I like, they say senioritis is real. It's real, besties. It is a real thing. Trust me, believe me when I say this. Everyone goes through it. It's natural. It's understanding. You're not crazy. You're not delulu. Everyone goes through senioritis, especially when you're like, even when you're not even in high school. I think I also felt senioritis when I was getting out of university. Like, I'm like, get me out of here. I want to leave. I want to go home. I want to experience life in a different way. But I think I also, as I got older, I appreciated school more because I graduated in 2020 is the thing. And I remember just having the best time, kind of like towards the end of my university career, life, whatever you want to call it. I was really happy, one, to leave, but also just happy that I've made a lot of memories and connections. And I think also me going to where I went, like I went to Webster University. Everyone knows this now because, like, I mean, if you haven't heard the news, I got on Forbes 30 under 30 and it lists my college and my university that I went to. So I'm like, it's common knowledge now at this point. But oh my gosh, we got rainbow underwear, cute. Oh, our yoga mat. But no, I think when I got older, I was really just having a lot of fun, just doing things how I wanted to do it, and like hang out with people that I wanted to hang out with. And I did university activities, which was campus activities. I planned events for the whole entire college with a bunch of my other colleagues and my friends of mine. And we were just having a fun-filled day. We did a bunch of like excursions off campus and on campus, online, a lot of art related stuff. We had a lot of guest speakers come by. We had Terry Crews, we had people from Queer Eye, we had so many people. And the year that I graduate, like I'm like maybe like a year, 2 years later or something like that, I don't remember. All I know, I'm like, what do you mean Bill Nye the Science Guy is coming to my school that I graduated from? So I'm currently editing this video and I just realized I made a mistake because I said Bill Nye the Science Guy came to my university after I graduated. It actually was Steve Burns from Blue's Clues. And I'm not joking. I was so upsetty spaghetti when I found out that he was coming to my school. And I'm like, I could have met him. I mean, I wasn't a student anymore, but I could have met him as like a non-student because it's open to the public as well. But however, Bill Nye the Science Guy came to my university in 2017, a year before I came to Webster University. So in reality, it's kind of a cool thing to know that Bill Nye and Steve Burns was at my school, but when I wasn't even there, before and even after. But you know what? A win is a win, and I still love it. But let's resume the video. I'm like, I love me some Bill Nye the Science Guy. I watched his show, I watched his content my entire life, all throughout like my 8th grade, 6th grade, 7th grade year. Like, I love me some Bill Nye. Bill Nye the Science Guy, Bill. Like, iconic, simply stunning. Anyway, but yeah, let me know, where were you in 2013, especially in January of 2013 specifically? I mean, we're just getting out of like, you know, the December season and really understanding where we want to go with all of that. Whether we were, you know, on Christmas break, holiday break, winter break, and then coming back to school. It really depends. What were you doing in 2013? Okay, so we have our menorah. And I'm gonna actually place down all of our things that we have already. This is like a lot of stuff that we have. I am just now realizing we've accumulated a lot of things. Like, where did all this stuff come from? I'm thinking most of the stuff was in storage because in 2012, which I feel like 2012 was like a long time ago, which it was in real time, but it's like thinking 2012, what was popular back then? What were we all doing? Where did we go? It's just crazy to think 2012. Wasn't that even a movie? I think 2012 was a movie, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember all the things back in the heyday. My brain right now is all about Heated Rivalry and Stranger Things Season 5. By the time I edit this video, I'm hoping that I can like post it before, like, I can post it way before, Stranger Things Season 5 Episode 8 comes out, because it's supposed to be in theaters and on Netflix simultaneously, which is very exciting. Like, you would not catch me nowhere near the theater during a Stranger Things event, because that's just chaotic on so many levels. And I'm like, I'm just gonna exist in the comfort of my own home and live by that. If you know, you know. So we're gonna do that. But yeah, I'm just like trying to take it all in, and I'm like really just kind of reflecting, because this year 2025 was just like a lot, like good a lot in many ways, because I've traveled so much this year, more than I've ever traveled. I feel like I haven't gone overseas, thank goodness. I haven't gone overseas yet this in 2025. I would like to go somewhere next year overseas if I can. I mean, I would love to. The last time I went overseas was, you know, honestly, I think the last time I went overseas was probably in 2017, maybe. It was for a Sims related event. It was for, I think, Get Famous in London. And that was the last time I've ever went to like somewhere overseas. I love London. I love the UK. I have great friends there. They're all lovely, wonderful. I miss every single last one of them. And that was the last time I went to like anywhere overseas. And that was really fun because it was amongst friends, amongst other people, and also it was about The Sims. And I love The Sims, but also The Sims is kind of in shambles right now. And what is this, a brush? That's a brush for my dishes. I'm gonna have to move this somewhere different. Thank you very much. Also, why cannot this go here? Where can I put this? Can I put this under here? Oh, I can. Perfect. I'll put this right here. There we go. But yeah, I feel like there's just so many things that I did in like when I was overseas, and I felt like I was a local. I don't know what it is with me and traveling, but all I know, it literally takes me one day one day and be like, I'm a local. I've been here before. I've lived my life. Oh wait, we can, wait, we can use the microwave? Wait, I got a sticker? No way. Oh, just using the microwave? Can I open it up? Oh my gosh, wait, that's so cool. That is a really cool animation. I like that. Okay. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, it literally takes me one day for some odd reason to just go somewhere in the world and be like, yeah, I've been here before. I live here. I live my life. It is what it is. And I'm just like walking around willy-nilly like I know the place when in fact I don't know where I'm going. Like for example, I went to New York. I've been to New York 4 times in the past like 15 years, I would say, because the first time I went was in 2014 when I performed at Carnegie Hall for high school, and that was really fun. But I just know, I didn't know what I was doing. I think it started when I was 18 and I traveled somewhere for the very first time amongst a group. And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm out here thinking I'm grown. I went around in the world of New York. There's photos too. I went around taking pictures of everything. I wanted to experience and like live through the entire thing and not miss a beat. And so I was out here taking photos with random strangers I didn't even know. Who was I? I was a bold 18-year-old in a city that I've never been to. And I'm like out here be like, hey, you want a photo? Like, hey. Luckily it was only one random stranger, but the stranger worked at H&M. So in reality, they were working. So it was like, I'm just here existing. What can we really do? However, nowadays I'm so anxious and so afraid of everything that I just don't go outside. I don't leave my house. I have no need to, besides, of course, taking my dog Randy Joe out and about to do his business and like seeing other people and of course existing as much as I possibly can. Okay, I want to put my coffee somewhere different. I'm gonna put this up here and put my coffee right here. But yeah, basically I was a bold 18-year-old. Never again will I do that because I don't have the bandwidth or the energy to experience life like that anymore. But let me know in the comments below. Were you a bold 18-year-old taking photos with random strangers you did not know? Because I sure did. Ooh, let's put our egg thing right here in the middle and put all of our thingamajiggers right there. We have some of this right here. Okay, and our last pot. We'll put this like right here. Yeah. I kind of want to, well, I'll put that right there. I feel like something's supposed to go up here, but nothing's going to fit up here besides my paper towels and my coffee thing, but I don't think that's even remotely safe to do that. I feel like my kitchen's like pretty much okay as of right now. I do want to put this in here because it's kind of clogging up the space just a tad bit. Oh, can we draw on the, oh, I can draw on this. Oh wait, that's cute. I wonder if I put something, what if I do this? 1 + 2 = 3? Maybe nothing. I don't know. But let's put all these things right here. Put my koala down here and put you kind of like, oh, move this right here. Move this right here. There we go. I was like, let me put this up here like just by 1. And then, oh, wait, you know what? No, I think it is this way. I'm gonna move it down just a little bit more. Let's do this. +1. Yeah, 1 + 2 = 3. I wonder if it goes the other way. I see all I want is all the stickers, but I'm thinking I already got the achievement for it, so I don't really have to worry about it anymore. But the idea is there. Either way, our kitchen is done. Oh wait, no it's not. Our foil. There we go. Now it's done. Let's do our office, which is like our main favorite place to be. And I had posted a video, I think a while back ago actually, of showcasing of me like redoing my entire office, like this office right here from start to finish. And if you haven't seen it, check it out. It's on my other YouTube channel. It's just Hello Spring. It's kind of where I post all of my vlogs and my podcasts. If you haven't noticed, I've been posting a lot more on that channel because I feel a lot more, I don't know, it feels a lot easier to post on there because I don't really have to think about gaming content at least. I feel a lot more at ease because I can post vlogs and I can post about like art stuff, which I'm very excited because next year I am gonna start the journey of writing my very first book. I wanna write a book. People have always told me my entire life that I'm like a good enough storyteller. I would think so. I think I'm a good storyteller. I storytell a lot in The Sims, and I want to kind of translate that into like a book format. And I think it's kind of exciting. Like it's in like another avenue of being creative for me. Like I'll use The Sims to like make short films and of course make up like random backstories for like my sim characters, whether it's for my sim Aspen Marie O'Connor or Winston Jordan O'Connor, or just like the general O'Connor family, or just anyone that I've created and played with my entire like Sims career. And I think personally for me, that is like a goal of mine for 2026, is to start writing a book, and then maybe eventually writing my first ever TV film script, because that's like another goal of mine, that I want to write a TV film script one day. Where can I put this? Here it is. Because like I also am an actor, so I like acting in any shape or form, because to me how I see acting is a way to storytell through like lines or somebody else's direction, whether director gives you like saying do it this way or do it this or do it that way, or can you like change it up a little bit. It's another form of storytelling, and I get so excited whenever I get like an audition. I'm like, I get excited just to play a character and audition for it, and then try something that I haven't tried before. And personally, it's like, it just gives me another creative spin to also do more storytelling in The Sims. I really, when I look at The Sims, I think of it as a creative outlet to create stories that I haven't been able to tell before, or things I've seen online that I want to kind of put in a Sims format, if that makes sense. Because personally, to me, the way I see it is like Sims is my everything. It's kind of what got me started with making YouTube videos, and it's also another way for me to just kind of put all of my feelings and emotions into something creative, whether it's building or making some type of like short film. Like I've done short films before in The Sims. I've done maybe like 2 or 3. I'm gonna say like 3 little machinimas on this channel, but I have a whole other YouTube channel that I started making YouTube videos on that not a lot of people know about, because I just don't talk about it anymore. I don't post on there, but I just remember having an absolute fun time making short films because it was just different, and I didn't have to use my voice as much in videos. I think because like in high school, this is like when I started when I started making videos, it was mostly like around the Sims 2 era when I used the Sims 2 to make short films, because the movie making mechanics were already integrated in. So it was very easy to like do that stuff. And I've learned over the course of the years of like how to make it somewhat better with like using fraps and like camera angles, and how to really storyboard correctly or the best way possible. And I am like, yes, give me more of that. So I want to definitely dabble into that again. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship for me with making short films in The Sims, or just, well, yeah, making short films in The Sims, just because I was kind of a bit of depresso in high school. Not to get all dark and spooky, but like I was very depresso in high school, and like The Sims like gave me like that outlet to like express my feelings on how I was feeling that day, or like that year, or whatever it was. And I made everything sad in The Sims too, but I really enjoyed it. And so sometimes I go through like these emotions of like, how do I want to create my short films in The Sims again? And utilizing like my favorite game, The Sims 2, this will give me the push that I need personally. So I am very excited to like dive deep into that again. There was one video I made over a decade ago in The Sims 2, but it was like a Sims 2, 3, and 4 machinima where I filmed a short segment in The Sims 2 and then kind of like transitioned to The Sims 3 and then like added stuff into The Sims 4. But I think this was like around like 2014, 2015 when I made that video, and it was December 31st. I want to say 2015. I want to say. I can't really remember, but it was not on this channel. If you want to watch it, I'll link it, but I don't know if anybody will want to though. But I just remember having a lot of fun making it, but also I was stressed out making that video at the same time because it was like making everything nice and neat for what I was trying to create, and all the transitions and then movie making magic and all the things like that. This was around when I was using Sony Vegas. I think I was using Sony Vegas 13, 12, 11. It was one of the versions of Sony Vegas. It's another editing software that people use to like edit videos. I would say it's more of it's an advanced program. That's all I gotta say. I learned a lot through that program. Oh, here's our drawers. Perfect. But I just remember like having a fun time just like really getting into Sony Vegas and trying to understand it the best way I possibly knew how. And then I transitioned over to Adobe because it was a lot easier for me to manage what I was trying to do. But then I do miss all the effects of Sony Vegas. But ooh, that was a trip to learn. Because I remember, if anyone remembers the there was a Sims 2 machinima series that I feel like everyone, well, I don't think everyone, but to me personally, the way I see it, there was a show. It was a show. It literally was a whole show within itself. The show was called My Life, and it was created by Natalie FireX on YouTube. They don't make that series anymore, which I'm very sad because I'm not joking. That show was my everything. It was my jam. It was like kind of like my soap opera, and I loved every single minute of it because it was more than just like a Sims machinima. It tapped into a lot of emotions that I think a lot of people really enjoyed. And now that it's over, I mean, we can go back and watch all 13 seasons of said My Life. If you've watched My Life by Natalie FireX, if you know, you know. My friend Jake and I talk about it all the time. I personally have yet to watch the very last episode of My Life. I think it's like over an hour long or something like that. But I have yet to watch it because I'm like, I don't want it to be over. It's like if you ever watched your favorite TV show and it's been going on for like 10,000 years, like Grey's Anatomy or Law and Order or NCIS. Like if those shows like ever ended, I don't think I would ever recover. I mean, I would eventually, but I mean, like thinking about it, I don't think I ever want to think about Law and Order ever ending. Like Law and Order SVU to be exact. Like I heavily religiously like watch that show every single week when a new episode comes out. Same thing with like Chicago, like the Chicago Fire, Med, and PD. Like I've seen every single episode of that show, of that franchise, and I love every single minute of it. But it always feels like to me, like if procedural shows end, it just feels odd. And I could never see it ending. That's my thing. Like to me, I could never see Grey's Anatomy ending. If it did end, it would just feel weird. I'd be like, what do you mean Grey's Anatomy ended? Like, what do you mean? I don't understand that dialogue, that sentence, and saying Grey's ended. I'm like, ended. I'm like, what do you mean? Who authorized that? Surely not me. I didn't authorize that to end. So I'm just always thinking to myself, when will we have shows like Grey's Anatomy again. One day we probably will, but who knows when that will happen. That is like to me, I always want to make, like, I binge watch a lot of shows is the thing. I've binge watched Glee 16 times in a row. I'm not joking. I've seen it way too many times. It's a problem, but a good problem to have. Even though there's so many out of context references and highly inappropriate things in that show, as I get older, I'm like, oh, there's a lot of craziness happening in the show. Let me just like steer clear from that. Why in the world is this in here? It's supposed to put in the kitchen. But like there are like so many moments of like shows like Supernatural and Grey's Anatomy and Glee. Vampire Diaries, don't get me started. I have seen Vampire Diaries way too many times. Like in my lifetime, I feel like I've seen more of Vampire Diaries than I've seen The Outside, which is saying a lot because even though I go outside almost every other day or so, I just think to myself, can I watch it one more time? Yes, I can. Like what I'm really excited, like honestly, I wish I could go back in time and watch shows that I've binge watched several times for the very first time again. Like I wish I could rewatch Grey's Anatomy all over again from the very beginning. Like I've never seen it before, or like Vampire Diaries and Glee for the very first time. If I could rewatch Degrassi for the very first time, like I've never seen it, oh my gosh, I would love to do that. I mean, right now I'm currently rewatching Degrassi Next Generation. I'm getting very close to the very end where they move from Next Generation to Next Class. And I heard from the Degrassi kid on TikTok, and they just know everything about Degrassi because I love their content. They're from Canada, and I'm very jealous that they got to go see the Degrassi documentary because it was only in Toronto, and I don't think it's gonna ever be in, you know, in the States where I can watch it. Like, I live and breathe Degrassi. I love Degrassi more than anything. And I'm like, I've seen every single ins and outs of Degrassi. I've seen Degrassi Junior High, Next Generation. I've seen the kids on Degrassi Street. I've seen Next Class. I've seen all the little mini episodes they've done where they swapped personalities, where Liberty was Paige and Paige was Liberty. It was a whole thing. I've seen every single like snippet. I mean, there's a podcast right now that the Degrassi kid, I believe, does, but I also know the people who played Jay and Spinner on Degrassi Next Generation have a podcast, which is very exciting. And I'm like, a part of me is like, no, give me that documentary. I want to see it so bad. So one of these days, when it ever comes out, you best believe your boy's gonna be watching that documentary 10,000 times, because these documentaries of like shows that came out like 10, 20, 30 years ago, it just like makes you feel a lot of things and makes you realize like, wow, I really watched that show like it was nobody's business, and you truly did. And like thinking about the time, like this is like dating myself, but also makes me feel old, and it might make you feel old too, so I apologize, but we're in this together, so same. But it just dawned to me like a couple of days ago, or a couple months ago actually, that it's going to be the 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana and High School Musical. Like, think about that. Let that sink in. 20th anniversary of Hannah Montana and High School Musical. It doesn't click to me that it's been 20 years of Hannah Montana and High School Musical because it feels like I just watched it like yesterday. I remember the day I voted, like when Disney was like, this was before like kind of like in the height of social media. I think Twitter was around for a hot minute. Like, yeah, Twitter was a thing. I don't think Instagram was there. I know Facebook was there. There was very little social media. Musical.ly, Vine, TikTok, there was no thing back then. But I just remember Disney Channel had it on their network, Disney Channel, when they had the DCOM movies. They don't make those anymore, which is sad. But I just remember the DCOM movies, and I remember a commercial or some type of like little side segment. It was I think it was a commercial that they did, because back in the Disney days, they would literally have their Disney actors make Disney commercials about another Disney movie or show coming out. And I just remember it was like, wait a minute, am I watching a commercial or am I watching a show? It was so odd because they didn't really have commercials on Disney Channel back then. They did, but they just had their Disney actors make the commercials for them. It was a whole thing. Either way, all I'm saying is I remember the time when they had put out a little thing, and it was like a thing where they had vote who you want to see in High School Musical 2. And I'm like, okay, that's exciting. We get a say in like the casting. Like this was like a moment where I'm like, we got to decide who got casted in High School Musical 2. It was more so a cameo, really. I don't know who all was in it, but all I know, there was Miley Cyrus. And I remember I voted for Miley Cyrus because this was also at the height of Hannah Montana. And I think this was also maybe around like season 2. It was like in the middle of like season 1 and season 2 in that era. Before season 3 of Hannah Montana, she got to be on High School Musical 2. But it was only towards the end of High School Musical 2 when they were doing like a little dancing number towards the end, and she was like doing like the boogie or whatever with the dance she was doing at the end of the movie. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's Miley. I had to say, out of the 50 billion who watched the show or watched the movie or watched Hannah Montana and voted for Miley, but it was so cool. I'm like, wait, I gotta say in the casting, am I a casting director? But this was like me when I was like very, very young, knowing full well I did not know anything about like casting or how to cast anything. But I just knew what I loved, and like, I love Miley Cyrus, I love Hannah Montana, I want to see her in High School Musical because I love High School Musical. I had the High School Musical greeting card that one of my relatives gave me for my birthday, which I loved. It's lost and distorted forever. I have the Hannah Montana 2, I believe, CD. I have the Hannah Montana the movie soundtrack on CD-ROM, CD, if you know, you know. I was a very huge Disney kid that I had a dream that I wanted to be on Disney Channel on like their TV shows or movies. I mean, that still could happen. I don't know. But I just loved Disney Channel so much. Either way, that was a huge rant of me saying a lot of stuff without doing anything. I hope you enjoyed that. But I really loved the Disney Channel more than anything. It was my everything. Also, is this the last stream that we have to do? Oh wow, no way. Well, that's good. Let's go ahead and move all these books here. So all that to say, it'll be 20 years of Hannah Montana and High School Musical next year. I can't remember exactly when they both came out, but I hear through the grapevine a lot of things that like, wouldn't it be very cool if Miley Cyrus went on tour? Like, I remember an interview, a podcast interview she did, or it was an article, one of the two. She said something about she's booked and busy until 2029. I'm like, Miley, what are you doing? I mean, she did one of the songs for Avatar Fire and Ash. Loved that movie, sobbed my eyes out, loved every single minute of it. I'm gonna see it again literally next week on Tuesday to watch it for a second time. Out of all the movies I've ever seen in my entire life of living, Avatar is literally the only franchise that I'll go to the movies to see twice. Like, I've never been to the movie theaters twice in a row to see the same movie, ever. Avatar will be the first one. Well, okay, that's a lie. In theaters, it will be for Avatar, and that's true. I did, however, go and see Twilight Breaking Dawn Part 1 and 2 in theaters. I did do that. That was something I really loved. I love me some Twilight, even though it's so cringy as ever in every single way. But I just remember in 2009, it was December 25th, 2009, when I saw Avatar, the very first Avatar movie that ever was, by James Cameron. I love him so much. But I remember just having a fun time just like watching that movie, and I knew I was gonna be hooked from the very start, because something about Avatar, like, it's a huge franchise. It's already surpassed over $6 billion in the box office worldwide. And it's like it's the first trilogy ever in history to hit over $6 billion trilogy wise. It surpassed Star Wars, and that's saying a lot because Star Wars is also very huge. But I've also have never seen any Star Wars movie in theaters. I've only seen them on streaming, really, to be fully honest. And I just remember watching Avatar, the first movie, in theaters in Branson, Missouri, in IMAX, and I was hooked. I was like, yeah, this will be the franchise or the movie that I will watch forever and ever. I still have my Avatar t-shirt that I still wear. It's so faded, but I love it dearly. But like also back then, I don't think we even like knew there was gonna be a sequel. We all were expecting to see a sequel because it was like, that's what movies were doing, at least back then. Nowadays, they were making sequels of a movie like Toy Story, for example. They were making sequels, and we're getting Toy Story 5 next year. Let that sink in, Toy Story 5. I don't think they even explained the synopsis of Toy Story 5, to be fully honest. If they did, I don't remember seeing it. But I'm excited to see that because I am a huge Toy Story fan. I will see every single last childhood movie known to man until I'm no longer breathing. Like, I don't think I could ever really stop watching said movie franchise because of like, it's like live action. Like, I've seen Moana. I'm gonna see the live action Moana movie. I'm very excited about that one. But I feel like if they made like Toy Story live action, I'd be like, I'll wait until it goes on streaming, because then like I already have the streaming platforms already. So I'm like, I don't want to spend more money on a ticket. And if the movie is bad in theaters, I don't really want to like say I wasted $12 on something that I didn't like. So I'm thinking to myself, most of the time I will always wait for streaming because it's going to be a lot easier. And plus I can watch it in the comfort of my own home and not have to like sit and wait until something else happens. Also, where can I put this lamp? This lamp needs to go somewhere. Can I put it in my bedroom? Oh, you know what? I think I can. Maybe I can put it right here. Let's move all these paintings. Yeah. We'll move it right there. Oh, that's brighter than my future. I'll put you right here. Oh, I can put you right here. Nice. Move you over a little bit. I cannot. Okay. Well, that's just great. We'll put you right here, I guess, for now. But I will say, I'm excited for Avatar 4 when it comes out in 2029. I say that with so much pain in my body because y'all, 2029, I will always and forever love James Cameron. And like the thing is, like, James Cameron's mind is so insane, like insane in a good way. Like I say that with love because James Cameron, Stephen King, those two people are like, their minds are absolutely wild. Because the way they think is like, how do you come up with these things? I just don't understand. So I'm always like blown out the water of like their sheer creativity, of like how they create their books, their films, how they write, how they just articulate what they want and then just make it. Like it blows me out the water. Like it also like kind of makes me think too of the day, or just like the times where people say, oh, you can't do this because of X, Y, and Z, or you can't do this because whatever reason. And it's like, why can't I? Like, I can do it no matter what people say. It's like, it's also like thinking too, like James Cameron, I think I remember seeing like a documentary saying it's like the technology didn't exist, so he just made it. Like, he just made it. So it's like, just because it doesn't exist doesn't mean I can't make it. I'll make it because I want to and because I can. So hey, if you don't see it, create it. And that's all you really gotta do. Just believe in yourself and, you know, enjoy your time and just create things that are not being created. But knowing that there's going to be hopefully 5 Avatar movies. Because I remember also seeing an article saying like if 4 and 5 don't go through, he's just gonna like explain the whole plot of 4 and 5 in like a sit down interview, some type of documentary concept with the cast. I would hope that Avatar 4 and 5 come out, because I've invested all of my time into watching the franchise. I mean, Avatar 4 comes out in 2029, and then Avatar 5 supposedly comes out in 2031. So, and plus Avatar 4 will be the 20th anniversary of Avatar, and also the fourth franchise to probably hit over another $1 billion. I'm just saying, I'm manifesting good things for Avatar and just seeing where it leads for the future. Also, I want to know, where can I put these? Actually, can I put these over here? I can. I feel like there's stickers that I'm missing, and I'm not sure what to do. But this printer is supposed to turn on, I think. Unless, actually, I'm thinking this printer is supposed to turn on in a different way in the next level, I'm pretty sure. Because we have this one and we have another one. So there's 2 more levels left in Unpacking, which is very exciting. But I think we shall close up these doors because it's getting a little bit crazy in here. I want to take a photo of our kitchen because I think our kitchen is like the best place on earth. Plus, we did get a new sticker, which we got the microwave sticker, which is really cool. I want to put it like right here because why not? Also get rid of the UI. I want a photo of myself. Yes. I love my little stickers. I'm also going to remove it so I can get a clean one. Oh, well, not like that. There we go. I also want to get a border. I haven't done this in a hot minute. Oh, this one's really cute. Okay, we'll take that one there. Good. Cute, cute, yes. Alrighty, we are done. Yay! January 2013. I'm glad I found a place this nice on my budget, but reality, what was your budget? Because even though this place looking dingy and dusty and dirty, you got some bones. You got some bones on this building right here. I like that. Let's move forward into the next chapter because I'm really excited to move forward. We gotta go. What year? What year? 2015. 2015 was the year that actually January 2015 was the year. You know what? I didn't have this channel in 2015. Well, I did make this channel in 2014, but I didn't start posting until like 2015. So I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. Also, we have more boxes. Oh, and we got new furniture. I love this. I love this couch. Hold on. We got things now. Okay, we've got some more little delectable things. Cute. Oh, Godzilla attacking the city. I'm not surprised. We got a little organization. We've got some placemats. We got some structure. Got some napkins. Good, good, good. What's next? What else do we have? Oh my gosh, we got some more stuff on our in our office. Why does this remind me of Al's toy barn from Toy Story 2? I don't know why, but it just does. Either way, I love this. I love that we replaced our laptop with an actual like desktop computer, because 2015 was also like the year where things were kind of getting into the big boom. I also think Vine was still around. I think Musical.ly had died and Vine was still making its waves, or still making its wave, or being, you know, huge. TikTok was not a thing in 2015. So all we had was like Vine, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube. Snapchat was like also the big boom as well. So there was a lot of things. 2015 was a huge year for a lot of people, both professionally and personally, I would say. Oh, we also got a modem. Ooh, wait, that's so cool. Okay, I see us. We still have a printer. Wait, did we get an award? I think we got an award for our artwork. We did. We got some awards. Oh, wait, that is really cute. Okay, we got some awards for ourselves. That's nice. Okay, our bedroom is still kind of basically the same. I think we also got a new, oh, we moved our bed over slightly, so we got a new end table. Okay. Okay, nice, nice. Okay, our bathroom, still the same, but we got a nice towel rack. And we also got a little thing for our bathtub. Nice. Well, that's really cool. Let's start organizing and unboxing all these things. Okay, so we got everything unpacked from the boxes, which is lovely. And we have a lot of things that we have to sort through. Our kitchen, office, not so much. Maybe. Very little in the office. Bedroom, we got some things we gotta zhuzh around a little bit. Bathroom, not as much. And living room, quite a few things, but also not as much. But what I'm noticing from this lovely scenario for 2015, we are in a new relationship. But this time we are in a relationship with someone that we actually love and cherish, and we will be utilizing our space correctly so we are as equals rather than separate. Because in our last relationship, it was absolutely awful. That man was trash, but this lovely woman, though, is quite lovely. I love this new relationship. So what I would like to do is actually go through all of these shelves that we have right now, because we have a lot of space we can move things around in, actually. So I'm going to put all these books together down here. I want to put all of our blankets that we got from our new relationship. I know it works out in the end. If you ever played Unpacking before, you know the ending. I know the ending. I've played this game at least 3 or 4 times in my life. But every time that I play it, I always hope that the developers do make it like an Unpacking 2 or like some type of like Unpacking-esque game that continues on with the story. Like if they don't, that's okay. That's up to them to decide. But I, as a fan of Unpacking, would love, love, love to see an Unpacking 2. They have a YouTube channel where they kind of been posting like little shorts here and there about their game Unpacking. So it's been really nice to see the game resurface in a different way. So I'm like, is that telling us something that we don't know yet? Like, I would love to know. Anti-hero? Wait a minute. Taylor Swift before Taylor Swift anti-hero song? Hold on. It's not really Taylor Swift anti-hero, but iconic. But let's put all these plants over here. I really don't know where I want to put all of our stuff that we got, that we have to move around. We can't move around the actual furniture, which is totally fine. It'd be kind of cool if we could actually pick up the furniture and like move it back. But knowing full well, I'm also trying to think, where would the door be? Oh, okay, no, never mind. The living room and kitchen are like open, so there is technically no door, minus this door right here, so it's all open. Oh, okay. Well, that makes a lot more sense why there's like no weird door outline right here at the bottom. Okay, let's move all of these things right here. I'm gonna have to move this. I'm gonna move this up here for a second. Put all of our little knickknacks. I thrive on organizing and cleaning. Organizing and cleaning and unpacking is like my everything. There's another game that I also want to play called Hosey, which is like another like unpacking house slipper-esque game that I've been seeing people post about on YouTube. I have the play test and I'm like, I need to play it. There's another game also too called Make Room that has like another similar type of game, and I'm like, I love games that give me a chance to organize. Like 2026 is gonna be a good year for video games, TV, movies. It's just gonna be a great year. I'm already manifesting it's gonna be a great year for all of us across the board. So keep your eyes peeled. I will be making a video of games that I have loved in 2025 and also games I'm looking forward to in 2026, because I play more than just The Sims and I feel like there are better games than The Sims in my humble opinion. So I want to share that with you all in a video format very, very soon in 2026. So Keep your eyes peeled, coming soon. We have an alien mask. I'm gonna put that over here. Oh, we also do have a laptop. I'm actually gonna put this laptop in the kitchen because I want to keep that there. And our awards, I'm gonna put this in the office on display. Oh, well, we can't put it over here. Not there? No? No? Really? Wait, where can we put this then? Up here? Well, I guess it makes sense to put the award up here, but I want to display it in our area. Wait, what if we put these down here? Like right here for a split second, and then we put our award kind of like in the middle? Yeah, like right there seems like a good idea. And then our plants, I'm going to put one up here, and then I'm going to put the other one... Can I put this somewhere else? I can put it up here so I can get some sunlight at least, unless I move all these things up here around for a split of a second. Yeah, let's move all these up here. I do like the fact that we can still move existing, pre-existing items that we already placed down from the previous levels if we don't like how it's placed. Because I think also too with this unpacking game, it's telling a story through somebody's like boxes. As you unpack their life, you are able to organize, reorganize, put away, change around, however you so please. Oh, we also got a new toaster. Oh wait, that's so cute. I love that. Give me more. I think also too, it'd be a good idea to bring out the cutting board, just for, you know, reasons. We'll put it out right here. These other things we can put into the drawers because we don't really have any other room to place these things. We're also going to replace the towels since they don't technically match anymore. See, it livens up the place a little bit more. Just adding a little touch here and there goes a long way, in my humble opinion. So, gotta zhuzh up the place to make it cute. We're gonna put all of these things here. This is a towel dish rack. So maybe if we put this... Ooh, wait, if we move this and put it here... Actually, no. We can put it there and then put this here. And technically, I can put this in the sink, so that technically is fine. But however, our cutting board is going to have to sacrifice some space then. Okay, what if we do this? What if we move these towels over and then move the knife over here with this? Oh, nope. The knife can go... Oh! Wait, what if we actually do leave that like that? It's not too terrible if I do it like that, though. No. I do want to put this shark thingy over here. Is this like a what would you even put into this? I always assume people would put like butter on this and like hold the butter for whatever reason, but I don't even know exactly what you would use it for, per se. If you know what it is, let me know. I'm very, very curious. Okay, this is our rice maker. Ooh. I mean, we could put a rice maker technically if we move these. And we just, hold on, if we just move everything just down, life would be so much easier. We'll put our magnets back onto the fridge before they fall down. Let me go to the upside down like Will. Okay, let's put our cactus here, and we'll put this here too. There we go. And our mug we'll put in... Oh, we can't put that there. Okay, that's fine. We'll put that there. We'll move this around. There we go. Cute. Our rice maker, however, that's going to be a bit of an issue because in reality, I would like to put it onto the counter. I could move... Okay, hold on. Change that. I could technically... No, like, can I put it on the outlet? No, I can't. I could technically put it here and like make rice, and I can put the toaster up here because not all the time I want to have toast. I like toast, don't get me wrong, but I feel like sometimes having toast every morning is not always like a good thing. Sometimes you want to change it up a little bit and have some rice with some eggs, and maybe you want to make something in your Instant Pot for a day and not use your toaster. And I would say it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. So in reality, maybe we want some rice at 6 o'clock. Rice at 6 a.m. You know, it do be tasting different, but it is a good thing to eat and eat up. Okay, let's put this right here. Let's put our mug right there. There we go. But no, that's just me. I could literally eat rice any day at any time and be perfectly fine. There are days where I will eat rice at 6 a.m. in the morning. I mean, I'm not up at 6 a.m. in the morning. Let that be clear. I'm not up at that time. I'm up at 7:30. There's a difference. A difference, okay? So, we are doing what we can do. Oh, we still have our bathroom and our living room we have to do. Wait, our living room? Wait. Oh, I was like, what do we have left in our living room that we have to do? Put our dirt. I love plants. Plants are very cute. And then our spray bottle. There we go. Cool. Okay. Living room is done. Bathroom, you're next to tackle. We have drawer space. Today, besties, you've got counter space to put all of your little delectable things. We'll put the cream down here. The plant could use some steam. Maybe it could be an air plant. I've come across some air plants in my life. They look really cool. Very easy to maintain. Might as well use them to your advantage and put them into your bathroom. All they really need is like basic care. So I feel like putting them in the bathroom seems like a good idea. Let's put our makeup into, oh, wait, is our, toothpaste? I'm gonna take you out of here. Clippers. Put our makeup in here. All of our other things can be in there. That can go in there. That's fine. Can we squeeze in something else in here? No, it doesn't look like we actually can we? No. That's our partner's toothbrush. Cute. Our toothpaste is going to be put right there. Combs right there. These are tissues that I'm going to have to place. Okay, that's soap, that's cream. I'm going to put you up here, move you right there. That's a hairbrush, which I could honestly, I can put down here. The cream can go, see what I want to do is I want to put the, okay, we can put it like that. That looks a little bit better. It looks a little bit crowded up here, so we're going to move some stuff around. All of our pills and things actually, yeah, these can actually go down here. These are all of our other products that we tend to use from time to time. So we'll put them at the bottom drawer, and we'll put our comb and brush here. Our makeup cannot go in there, so we'll leave that in the top drawer. There we go. That looks a little bit better. Our scale can go right there. We'll put our trash can right beside the toilet. And then our makeup can go right there. Okay, and then our other makeup can go somewhere else. Ooh. Well, let's put our brush here. Hers and hers loofah. Cute. Put our deodorant here. Unless, if I could move the deodorant, can I put it in the bedroom? I can. I can move the deodorant into the bedroom. We'll move the lamp right here so we can turn that on. Move it back a little bit. There we go. We'll put the deodorant right beside our nightstand, our lamp. I think that seems fine, perfectly okay. And then our mat can go right here. This is our lotion. So we'll have to put it here in our crowded space. Makeup, however, I mean, we don't really have a mirror in our bedroom. We don't really have a mirror at all in our bedroom at all. We don't have them in our drawers. Oh, there's our laptop. Okay. So I guess our makeup brushes and things could technically, and we have space right here to put the scale there. Our eyelash curler technically needs to go in here. Our space is going to be a little bit crowded. It's okay. I think, honestly, we are making do with what we have, and we worry about it later, because right now we cannot worry about lack of space for ourselves. As long as we give our significant other space to put their things, the things that they want, that's all that matters to me. So I think utilizing our space enough to put our things together and then putting their things together is kind of like an easier compromise to give them what they need rather than what we want. Let's put our laptop in. See, I want to put it into the kitchen so we can like work side by side, but technically we can't do that. So I'm going to put our laptop down here in our drawer for now. So that way we can put stuff on top of our drawers if we need to. We have all of our underwear, which either we, oh wait, no, I was like, either we got more space or I'm missing some underwear. And we're not. We have enough space. Okay. Now let's figure out their space. Let's put all of their undergarments here into this drawer. Yeah, I really like this relationship. We are understanding the concept of sharing. Can we stack them? No. We're understanding the concept of sharing our space. Unlike somebody that we know who didn't give us space in their drawers or their cabinets or their kitchen space or pretty much anything, any space whatsoever. So we are doing better than that fool. Where's the rest of our underwear? Where did it go? Oh, right here. We're missing one. Oh, it's right here. It's behind our pig. There we go. Okay. And we'll put all of our other undergarments in here. We only have 3, I think, right? 1, 2, oh, 3. Here it is. 4? Do we have 4? No, we're not. Okay. So we're not missing any. We just have more space than I realized that we did. What? Okay, we have 4. They have 3. I really think I'm missing one and I don't know where it's at. It'll pop up somewhere eventually, but let's hang all of our stuff that needs to be hung. Okay, we got a little dress. Nope, that's a regular shirt. Oh, another nice little dress. This is another one. Oh, it's like a little blouse, a little crop top type of situation. I think this is a leggings. Yeah, those are leggings. This might be a sweater. Yeah, that's a sweater. And we had another hanger for jeans. I wonder if we can like technically, oh, it's over. I wonder if we can like sacrifice our hangers. We can. Most of the stuff could be folded. Really, most of the stuff could be folded. Our pants could be folded, but I could have sworn they had another hanger. That can be folded technically. This is our coat. We'll put that up there. Leggings, shoes. Oh, blouse. This is another dress that I want to have hung. There we go. This is our drawer of stuff that we have. Our boots that will go into the closet. Our shoes. Our walkie-talkies. I'm thinking to myself, I think we do. This is another one. Okay, that can be folded by Kalani. What's this? Okay, that's another sweater. We have an empty one that we can use. What needs to be hung? I mean, in reality, we could hang this one, but I might leave just the one empty just because. But I'll put that towards the end. As of lately, or what I've been doing my entire life really, is I always go through all of my clothes and I just like organizing them. Sometimes like by color, sometimes by like size, like if it's like a long sleeve, short sleeve, sweater, dress shirt, whatever it might be. And I was just like going through everything just to make sure things are in their proper place. Most of the time they aren't, but you know, it is what it is. I am gonna have to do some type of video, or I don't have to, but I want to. I want to do a video where I'm organizing my closet. I have 2 closets, well, technically 3 closets, and I don't have much clothes, to be fully honest. I don't have many clothes at all, but I want to go through my closets and it's organize all of my clothes so that way there's some like normalcy of what I want to put in the closet and what I want to put in drawers. I do want to actually buy myself a dresser, because I have one, but it's like a very old one. It's plastic and I need more space in those drawers. And I'm just now realizing I'm gonna put all of our leggings in here, but I want to utilize my space properly and like not in the wrong way. Okay, let's put all of our jeans in here. And actually, our other undergarments can go in here, actually, because this is more so of a space that we could use for like pants and then other things that we want to stack together, like shirts and maybe like other pajama related stuff, which I'm thinking now, yeah, there we go. See, these mechanics are just wonderful. We'll put our little notebook side by side, walkie-talkie here, and then we'll put the other walkie-talkie in the living room. If we want to ever be spies, how else will they know where we are? Okay, we can't put that in there. Okay. Well, we're just going to put this in the office then. Oh, we can't? No. Okay. So I guess the only way to do this properly is put it into the bedroom, but we're going to put them in the drawers, actually. Later on, it could be used as a baby monitor. Now, we'll move this somewhere different, but I want to always keep the little animals on the bed at all times. We got Piglet and we got Tigger. Oh my gosh, I love Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is my favorite animal. I have I have 3 or 4 different sizes of Winnie the Pooh. I have the keychain version. I have like the big gigantic one that if you like press his nose, it wiggles and it makes a noise. I have that one. And then I have like a regular like stuffed animal one that's a little bit more smaller. I would say I have about 3 or 4, but I know I have at least 3. I'm just kind of sad though that the one that made noise no longer works, because I'm like, that thing was lovely. However though, if you did use it, it will become very distorted and horrifyingly creepy. So be aware of that. Where can I put these? I may have just put them back into the bedroom. I'll put them there for now. But yeah, I still have all those toys. I don't really technically use them anymore per se. They're just there as pure decoration. Pure decoration. Let's take this. And you know what? My mom actually had one of these things. It was like an incense burner. Like you would like, of course, light the stick thing, and then you would put it like towards the end, like right here, and it would just like burn incense in the air in the room. It was a long time ago, but my mom had one of these. I remember. Okay, I can't really put them together, but that's okay. We have a few more things in our bedroom that we have to move around, and I'm honestly, is it a shoe? Yeah, it is. I'm thinking we could probably, and that's a bag. I could put the shoes. Oh, they can fit side by side. Okay, we'll put the shoes right there. The bag can go underneath, but we might move that into the living room somewhere different. We'll put the hat right here, and then these shoes can go together because they belong together. And this plant, if we have room, I want to put this somewhere that has ample amount of sunlight, which nowhere in this place has ample amount of sunlight. We'll put this right here. Our diploma above our printer. There we go. I'm really liking our space. Our space is coming along really, really well. We'll move this shoe. We'll actually organize this a little bit better. There we go. And we can put this. Oh, we can't. Move the shoes up here. Okay, that won't fit at all in here. That won't fit in there or underneath. Oh, we can just put it right there. And I actually want to see, well, we'll put it, can only go onto the side. Can we move our stuff over ever so slightly? I think, do we have space like that? I don't think we do, but I can, however, move things around. So I'm going to move the dresses down so I can move this back right here, and then move the smaller ones over just a smidge, and because the dresses can go into the backer area, and then these pants, the jeans, okay, that's a dress. This is also a dress. That's a shirt. I really don't like how all this is being placed, and I'm the one who did this to myself. Okay, let's figure this out. Dress, pants, move this back here. Yeah, I think this is like a better system to have what we need. And I actually, you know what? No, move this back a little bit because we have to put the pants back where they were before. Because did we have jeans on this side? We did not. This was another blouse that we had that I could put just right here. And then the jeans can go, okay, not there. Let me move these up. Move these up a little bit more. Let's do this right here. That there, move that there. And then the jeans can go right there. Perfect. So now we have a sense of like togetherness at least. So this is wonderful. I love that. Our bag, I would want to put into the living room. Just like right here. Well, maybe actually not the living room. We can probably put this in the office instead. Oh, we can't? Okay, we can't put it into the office. That's fine. Living room? No. Nope. Okay, so it only belongs in the bedroom. Okay. That's fine. We'll just put it towards the edge of the bed. Can it go in here? No, it cannot. Put it yeah, we'll just put it at the edge of the bed. That's totally fine, totally normal. Some normalcy in the closet, which is good. And then, oh. Wait, can we actually put this in here? Do we even have room? Did we have, oh, perfect. See, easier said than done. Sometimes you just gotta stack things together, get what you want. But maybe we can take a picture of the living room this time, because the living room looks so lively and so cute. And I think I want to put these under here. Oh, I can't. Okay, well, I'll just put that there then. Well, either way, it's still a very cute room and I love it. Let's take a photo just as it is. We didn't get any new stickers, sadly. I'm missing one sticker here, a sticker here, and one sticker there, 3 here. So I'm just missing just a few stickers. Not too many, but just a tiny bit of few. Ooh, make it very saturated. Yes. Oh, and there was a slider this whole time. I always thought that would just like be something different, but we can make it slightly saturated. Oh, that is very cute. I love this game. Yes. Yay. November 2015. So much more cozy now. Feels like a home because it is a home. It's your home. It's your forever home. And I think after this one, we have only one more chapter left, which is very exciting. And I believe that is 2017 or 2019. I'm not too sure. Either way, I would like to see what the next chapter is before we end off for today's video. So the next chapter is 2018, which I believe this is actually the last and final chapter of Unpacking. 2018. Oh my gosh. And this means we have an actual house. We have a full-blown house now. We have the entryway. We have the bathroom. We have a little nursery because we have a baby. We have our bedroom. We have our walk-in closet. Okay. Then our secondary bathroom. And of course, the said entryway, our living room, and then our kitchen, and then our dining room. So, oh, and of course, our office. What? How could I forget? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rooms in this entire house. Oh, at least 6 rooms on the first floor, and then we have 4 rooms on the second floor. So it's a 2-story house. It's I would say it's like a 2-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom house with a car garage. Now, something I would have loved, if they could have updated this game. They still could, but it'd be so cool if they updated this game for like one more level to like maybe 20, because this ends in 2018. They could update this game and add like an extra chapter and maybe do it, because the baby is like, I think a literal child, like maybe like 2 years old or something like that. But what they could do is update it for 2025 or 2026. Imagine they go a couple of years into the future, like 7, 8, 9 years into the future of 2026 for Unpacking. A free update for it. And they add in where we have an updated bedroom for the kid, because now we have like a bed and everything, maybe updated furniture, new appliances, maybe possibly moved into a new house, maybe with, you know, a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, maybe a 3rd bedroom, maybe possibly. But then also having the opportunity to do the garage. Now that would be really, really fun. The whole entire style is isometric, and I love isometric design. Isometric design is like so unique and so fascinating to me. And I like how simple and how fun and whimsical it is all at the same time. So I could see them updating this game for 2026 or 2027 and add like one more level, the final boss level of Unpacking, and maybe give us a little vision up of, we have now a middle schooler, and we've been married for a while now. We had all these new things. Like, I don't know. I just have a lot of exciting things I would love to see if they ever made another Unpacking game or did another update for this game, because it holds a lot of like special joy in my heart. And I know it brings a lot of joy into other people's hearts too. So it will be exciting to see the future of Unpacking. But either way, I want to end the video off here for today on a good note. I do hope you all enjoyed today's video of Unpacking. I definitely sure did. I am very excited to hopefully finish this game in the next episode, because we only have one chapter left, and it's this chapter in 2018. So looking forward to the next episode to record, and the next episode of Indie Dev Day after Unpacking might be Hosey, might be Town to City, it might be another indie game. I don't know, but we'll have to wait and see. But as always, my friends, I hope you all enjoyed it. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. Listen to my podcast wherever you get my podcast, and let me know in the comments below. Have you ever played Unpacking? If you haven't, you should. If you have, what is your favorite thing about this game? But of course, hope you all enjoyed it, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!